Today, let's discuss our Earth energy grid again. As we study Walter Russell's work, we can get a much grander scale of the processes of Earth. The earthquakes are one effect of the compression cycle moving inward towards the center, as well as the vortex of the angels. What occurs with earthquakes is the push starts at the east and west gates and begins to push along the lattice below. On the map, you will notice some Ds are placed. These stand for deep quake areas. You will also notice the circles. These are our Earth chakras. In the deep earthquake areas, we have some very large technological processes that are either placed deeper or have much larger processes than other regions. These areas record a depth between 200 kilometers to as deep as 700 kilometers. That's what we're told anyways. If they are placed deeper, it would give us an idea of how deep the layers go below. Or, if it is a larger process, it would be much more powerful, which would push down, up, and out with the energy of the process coming into use. An extra point of interest are that deep quakes, which is any depth deeper than 200 kilometers, will lead to a shallower, larger quake by about 1 to 2 magnitudes. Also, when two earthquakes hit from these deep areas, the central point, called the fulcrum, will also receive an earthquake. Or, at times, we don't see the effects just as earthquakes. At times, the push and vibration comes in the form of eruptions, which FPD is going to elaborate on a little bit more detailedly here shortly. A volcanic eruption is typically equal to a 5.0 at the minimum on the Richter scale for earthquakes. Once it hits a deep area, this causes a spread out in all directions from the push of the energy. From an APM perspective, this is showing us there are more activations and processes occurring that are following and aiding luminaries in their set paths. These patterns, you will notice when studying them, occur at equal distances repeatedly. Learning these points enables us to see where technology lies below. Most are placed at 10 kilometers deep, but we also have some that lay between 50 and 100 kilometers, 150 to 200 kilometers, then of course our deep technologies. Again, this is what we are told the depths of different earthquakes are. What we have noticed is these follow the sun across. However, there isn't just the sun in works here. There are other luminaries that need to be accounted for and will activate as the luminary moves over these areas, showing these are localized events. We also need to account for alignments, which have shown us in the past will affect the vibration of the grid as well. The vibration will be doubled up as luminaries get within a certain degree point of each other. These degree differences are showing us where different technologies are located and giving us the double push. Remember, there are 144,000 of these angels below that need to be accounted for. Now, as it moves across the grid, we see the repeatable, recordable data that there's always the same points on surface that show the effects of what's going on below. These points are so much always the same that we can place them weekly on a map and redo it each week and basically have several maps all showing the same thing. Clusters will occur more north and south as it follows the sun ascent and descent towards the north and south regions based on seasons. However, again, it will always be repeatable and recordable to be the same month to month and year to year. What this also explains is antipodes, as the effect of earthquakes precedes and follows the luminaries in and out of areas through their travels. When we get to the center of the grid, our compression cycle is complete. The process then moves northward and southward for the expansion cycle. The north and south movement then fans out to head east and west to begin all over again. This is what I have referred to as the Taurus energy flow in the past. Walter Russell would refer to this process as the cosmic heartbeat. Now we can see it and how it works with these visuals to aid us. This is some of the major effects of the angel technology process that are very noticeable to us here on the surface.